How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Virtual History 360. I'm Mr. Wade, and this is your yesterday's history for the Federalists Level 1. Alright, so Level 1, remember, was I can identify the precedents set as Washington established the role of the executive branch. So precedents that Washington set. We talked about a bunch of things, but think about serving only 2 terms. That didn't become law until the 22nd Amendment, right? So that was Washington saying 2 terms is enough for a president, right? Creating a national bank, which obviously Andrew Jackson tried to kill, but at the time, it worked. What about permanent foreign alliances? Avoiding the messes in Europe. Our young country just wasn't big and strong enough yet to deal with those European countries, so avoiding them, okay? Remember, everything that Washington was doing was setting an example for future presidents to follow, because he was the first, right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay? But with precedents, he also set out some warnings. Now, one of the big warnings was political parties, because it would lead to partisan factions where people would choose party over country. But I always like to share this one comic. It's the one with Washington saying, "Jefferson, Adams, I'm leaving, and while I'm gone, no parties." Think about parents leaving and they say no parties to their kids. That's Washington talking to Adams and Jefferson. And the last panel goes, Jefferson and Adams just kind of looking at each other, because political parties formed like instantly, right? So that's kind of where we're going with our warnings and our precedents. Washington setting the example. So I'm going to ask you, of the 3 that I named in this video, the 3 precedents that I talked about in this video, I talked about serving 2 terms. I talked about avoiding permanent foreign alliances, not messing with Europe. I talked about forming a national bank to consolidate the credit of the country. Those 3 big examples. There's more that we'll get to in class, but for the bell work, I think this works. Which one of those 3 do you think was the most important? You tell me. That's how you're going to answer your bell work for today. All right? So be awesome, do well, and for Virtual History 360, I'm Mr. Wade. I'll see you next time.